Hey Dope family, it's your Dope astrologer and tarot reader. And I got a little bit of insomnia. Um, can't really go to sleep. It was on my spirit to do a reading for the collective, so that's what I did. So I hope you are well. I hope you are safe if you can't sleep. I hope this will give you some good company for the next few moments. I'm in my most comfortable place in the world, which is my bed, and so here we are. So, you know that we are currently in Mercury Retrograde, and then we have that solar eclipse that is on Monday, the 8th. So, I meditated and I drew some cards. The first row is from my astrology oracle deck, right? And we have Neptune, which talks about vision, psychic vision, or just a vision for the future. It's Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and then we have dignified, which talks about strength or a favorable position. We have third house, which talks about communication. The third house also talks about siblings, cousins, the way we process information, the way we think, travel, local travel specifically. And then we have Vesta. Vesta is an android. Vesta is an asteroid that deals with what motivates us to go after what we are really desiring, what motivates us to go after, what we want to achieve, what's behind our ambition. And so down here we have the Three of Cups, Seven of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. I needed more clarification, so I got the King of Wands in reverse, which is I've been taught it's Sagittarius energy, but it's Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. And then for my self-made message from Spirit deck, I have tap into your creative energy. I think about us all the time, right? So first things first, when we talk about Mercury retrograde, Mercury is ruling the third house of Gemini, which is about communication. And first thing that I got was you could receive communication from a family member that is long overdue. Some of you could have had a dream about this communication, this interaction. Some of you have been praying for it. You've been trying to manifest it. And some of you with dignified here, the number 13 or the number 4 could be significant. The number 4 does deal with home, family, and security. But with dignified here, this is like a very important conversation that needs to be had. It could even be a very important relationship that needs to be salvaged, saved in some kind of way. And with the tarot, with the Three of Cups, it does talk about some type of reconnection. Again, it doesn't have to be with a family member. It could be with, a lover from the past. Three of Cups, Seven of Cups in reverse. It talks about a reconnection, someone not being confused, someone needing or gaining clarity. So there could be some closure and or clarity that you gain from this communication coming in. And before I go any further, I do want to talk about how astrological transits are meant to happen to you and for you. Now, there are some people, social media people that want you to If someone comes back, don't talk to them. If someone from the past, don't talk. You can't live your life like that. And I could do a whole video on the Pluto and Scorpio generation that is just really toxic and emotionally immature. Low key Pluto and Sagittarius, but it's definitely Pluto and Scorpio generation that doesn't believe in being emotionally mature. At this point, especially if you are 35 or older, at some point you should have like a sense of emotional maturity where you have gotten to a point where certain things, certain people, certain things that people do, it doesn't bother you because you can notice patterns in people and you can avoid negative situations by recognizing a pattern and not entertaining that person. I lost my train of thought. But what I'm trying to say is you should know at this point if a conversation is needed, not necessarily to, reconcile or reconnect with someone, but you got to look at it as Mercury Retrograde is about rethinking people, places, and situations. It's about rehashing, revising. So if someone comes back, it's a good chance that they need to come back because there's something that you need to handle. There's something that you need to do. For some of us, we need that closure. For some of us, we will be given a chance to have a second chance or another chance with someone, You can't always look at people as if you're the only one that can evolve and grow. It doesn't work like that. And so, to the astrologers and the spiritualists, and, I use those terms loosely when talking about certain people that I see on social media. A lot of that deals with the bitterness. And a lot of it deals with just being greedy. And they know that saying that and talking like that gets them the engagement and the views, It's not necessarily true. Astrology is meant for you to use as a tool to get enlightened, to grow, to evolve, to become more godlike or, more Christ-like. But it's just a tool for you to become a productive person of society that gives back to the world in a positive way. And telling people that they don't need to talk to someone regardless of what happened, and just because it's Mercury retrograde, you don't need to talk to people, you don't need to sign contracts. It's kind of taking the power away from God, away from your spirit team, away from your deity, whoever you pray to. If you're not meant to go through something, chances are you won't experience that. If someone is meant to come back into your life because there's something that you need to learn and grow from that interaction, it's going to happen. And it's not always about, they cheated on me, they treated me like this, I don't want to talk to them. Okay, you don't have to talk to them. But all of your exes didn't do you wrong, for one. And then how many exes do you really have that's that significant, that still triggers an emotional response out of you like that? And I know I'm long-winded, but I feel like this is what that energy is trying to say. It's not necessarily the person that you're mad at. It's not the person that you have beef with, you have an issue with. It's not the person that is triggering you. It's something that you're not doing because you haven't tapped into your creative energy. Yes, there is someone that thinks about you all the time. But if I want to go even deeper with this, and these cards fell under the Vista Android, I keep saying Android, asteroid. It's something that you're not doing. There's something that you're not pursuing. There's something that you desire, that you have like a goal to even, you have a goal associated with something that you're not going after. And this person that may be thinking about you all the time, that may even come back and say, hey, I was wrong, or, I want to have a conversation, or I just want to clear some things up. I know I hurt you. I know I hurt you by possibly being a fuck boy or a fuck girl and ghosting you and leaving you without any explanation. There could be two sides to that story, meaning that is it that what that person did, or is it the fact that you're not happy with where you are in life? You're not happy because you're not going after that thing that you really need to go after. And I feel like some of you may be substituting men and women for that thing that you want to go after. This doesn't necessarily have to mean, a creative artist. You don't have to be a singer, actor, actress, dancer, whatever. You could, just want to be successful in corporate America. You could want to start your own business. You could want to be, a caterer, a cook, a baker. And there's something getting in the way where you feel like you're not good enough, and you could be breaking your own heart with the Three of Swords here. This Knight of Wands is about freedom. It's about going on to the next. It can also be about being flighty as well. Some of you are doing any and everything that you can except going after your dreams, going after your desires. And if someone does come back and they trigger you, I feel that they will trigger you because on a subconscious level, they represent something that you haven't achieved, something that you haven't accomplished. And it's not about a marriage or a relationship. It's about something that you are supposed to do by yourself here on earth. Because if you are truly happy with where you are and truly fulfilled, this person coming back won't even trigger you. They won't trigger you to anger. They won't, trigger you to be like, nah, I'm gonna get my revenge, or, I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm gonna ignore them, or, whatever that these astrologers and quote tarot readers and spiritualists be telling y'all to do. Nobody, like I was saying before, if you are 35 and older, nobody should be triggering you to anger that hasn't like physically hurt you or physically like taken something from you that's just been so detrimental to your life. You shouldn't, and I'm talking to myself as I say this, you shouldn't be so triggered because this dude is coming back because he didn't want a relationship with you, or it didn't work out. Or if you're a guy, it shouldn't be you want to hurt this chick because she hurt your ego. When in all actuality, we should all be striving to have some sort of ego death. Nobody should trigger you, for the most part, to anger. And if they do, it's because you're probably not happy. You're probably not going after what you really want to go after. And it may be because You need to do research. You need to educate yourself. You need to go after and become a student, which the Knight of Wands represents, being a student, going after wisdom and knowledge, trying to gain wisdom and knowledge in something that you're passionate about. Wands equals our passions. Sagittarius energy equals wanting to be educated, wanting to be knowledgeable. And yes, some of you will gain wisdom and knowledge about this relationship that didn't work out from whoever is coming back, or you're gaining wisdom and knowledge about why this argument happened, why the two of you fell out. But more importantly, I feel like there's something that will trigger you to have an epiphany where you can be like, maybe I need to put all my energy into that thing that I wanted to do, or that thing I wanted to accomplish. Mercury Retrograde is just not about relationships and exes coming back and not signing contracts and things, electronics breaking down and stuff like that. I mean, that's a simplified version of it. It's deeper than that. And really and truly, it depends on where the retrograde is happening in your birth chart. So the Mercury retrograde is in Aries. Where is Aries in your chart? If Aries is in your first house and you're in Aries rising, then this means that you gotta rethink and reevaluate past actions that you've taken. Second house, you gotta rethink and rehash and reevaluate, possible, your spending, who you're giving your energy to. People, places, and things you're giving your energy to that may not be healthy. Okay. Third house, when we talk about the house of communication, I'm really rambling. Rehashing, reevaluating, rethinking about things that you've said, conversations you've had, even arguments, places you've traveled before locally. It could be something as simple as, what, I've been hearing some bad reviews about this place, but I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Or I really don't like that kind of cuisine. It's late, y'all, but I've been reading reviews on this restaurant. I want to try it. Like, it doesn't have to be something like earth-shattering with these transits that the TikTokers and the Instagrammers want you to believe. It's not that deep. If it's in your fourth house, you're rehashing, rethinking, reevaluating issues that deal with your family, your home, and your security. You've been thinking about adding an addition to your home? You've been thinking about letting someone move in? You've been thinking about moving, period? Fifth house, rehashing, reevaluating, rethinking about something that you've expressed. Or the fifth house does deal with your romantic life. Maybe someone that you went out with is coming back around. Maybe someone that you were interested in and you didn't get a chance to go out with, they're coming back around. Maybe there's a creative idea that you had that now, you'll be triggered to work on it, or, flesh out this idea. Sixth house, Aries in the sixth house, you rehashing and rethinking about work. Maybe your work-life balance. Maybe the kind of work you do. Maybe there's something that's, health-wise you've been putting off, or, something health-wise that you need to take care of. You need to give your attention to it. The sixth house deals with your physical and spiritual health. Maybe you want to do a new spiritual practice, something. Seventh house, rehashing, reevaluating, rethinking about a commitment that you made or didn't make, a contract that you signed or didn't sign, some type of partnership that may or may not be in good standing right now. And it could be something as simple as thinking back to an issue that you have with an enemy or somebody you don't get along with. And maybe it was something in that situation that you were supposed to learn, and now you realize what the lesson was. 8th house, Aries in the 8th house, rethinking, reevaluating, rehashing things that you do in private. Those, your vices, are they really healthy? Are they helping you create whatever it is that you're supposed to create and be going after right now? That person that you're being have a sexual relationship with, are they really what you need in your life right now? 9th house, Aries in the 9th house. This is rehashing and rethinking and reevaluating your point of view on different things. You may be thinking, maybe I need to educate myself a little bit more on whatever it is that I'm trying to do, whatever action that I'm trying to take. Maybe I need to learn more about this person before I pass judgment. Maybe I need to, get all sides of the story before I make a judgment in this situation. Maybe, 9th house talks about Jupiter energy. Maybe, I need to really go after and go hard after whatever it is that I'm trying to expand. Maybe I need to go hard after this money that I'm trying to make. 10th house, Aries in the 10th house. Rehashing, reevaluating, rethinking about your status, your place in life. Are you happy with where you are in life? 22 on the clock. Do you like the way people feel about you, think about you, see you? Do you like the opinion that people have about you? Some of you, if you have Aries in the 10th house, there could be some karma associated with you not being able to physically go after something or someone. There's a lesson that you're not getting. There's a lesson that you're not seeing. So if you have Aries in the 10th house, then this means that you are a Cancer rising. Okay, so there could be, if you're unfulfilled with where you are in life and you feel like every time you take a step forward, you take 5 steps back, there could be something that you're not getting. So what's the lesson? And it's your responsibility for like the next month and a half to figure out, what is it that I'm not getting? What lesson am I not seeing? And a lot of people don't like when people like me say that, because it makes you take accountability for what you're going through. Spirit is not going to do everything for you. Spirit can show you, but it's your own responsibility to do the work, right? If you have Aries in the 11th house, so you are rethinking, reevaluating, rehashing relationships, your associations, who and what you associate with, your friend circle. Are these people good for you? Do they make you want to become better? And when we talk about the 11th house, we talk about humanitarian energy. We talk about community. Do these people have a good reputation? Are these the type of people you want to be associated with? Especially if you're trying to have something. Do these people keep you in a positive space? The 11th house also deals with wealth. Do these people have money? Do they, are they the type of people that you want to, again, associate with? Do they have the things that you aspire to have? Are they capable of getting the things that you aspire to have? So, Aries energy is all about being selfish. So if you have Aries in the 11th house, there may be something that happens that should make you be like, okay, are these people really for me? Is this the clique that I need to be around? Is this the clique I need to associate with? And lastly, if you have Aries in the 12th house, this is rehashing, reevaluating, rethinking your mental health. 12th house is the house of Neptune. It's the house of vision, psychic vision, dreams that we have, intuitive thoughts that we have. You could be very, you could have like a lot of unexplained occurrences right now with Mars ruling Aries and Mars currently in Pisces. Pay attention to your dreams. So if you have Aries in the 12th house, this means that you are a Taurus rising. Taurus rising people need to be very, just pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams could be very prophetic. They could be very significant. You could be getting downloads and messages from spirit through your dreams right now. Because there could be something that, if you're unfulfilled, if something is like taxing on your mental health, if there's like something that you can't get over mentally, if you're still suffering from trauma, if you're still suffering from the hurt and pain that someone caused you, the best way to get over that is to figure out, what was I supposed to learn from that? And so if you have Aries in your 12th house, you could be shown through dreams, through psychic visions, through your intuition, who this person really was and why they did this to you and what was the point. Okay, so sorry for my rambling. I'm sure somebody will watch it, and whoever watches it, it will be what they need. But yeah, Mercury Retrograde isn't just about exes. It's about rehashing and rethinking, getting an opportunity to like have a do-over, getting an opportunity to like really get the lesson out of something. So yeah. But that's it. I ain't got no more. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you on the next video.